I recently received a PlayStation 4 controller doomed by drift issues, a common problem with these joysticks over time due to lint and dust buildup. Today I will demonstrate how to potentially fix it. You might be wondering, why am I removing this label? And the simple reason is because I noticed a little groove, and as a good old repairman, I thought to myself there must be another screw under here. But guess what? Sony pulled a trick on me. There is no screw. Just goes to show you don't always need to peel off every label. Now this method I am about to do does not always work for everyone, and I will explain shortly why. Anyhow, as I was opening the controller for the first time, it was slightly challenging as all those little plastic notches are really stubborn, but after loads of prying, I have managed to get it open. I'm always making sure not to rush with these devices because as you can see there is still a ribbon cable attached to the bottom of the controller. After removing that, I make sure to detach the battery as well, even though the chances are low. But this will give me a peace of mind that I won't short anything out, and also it is going to be easier to work on the controller. After removing the plastic thing that separates the battery from the board, I also have to detach another ribbon cable so that I can remove the whole board from its shelf. And here is the inside of the PS4 controller. I already noticed here that the dust was building up, so I decided to quickly wipe it down with some IPA. Now the next step I'm about to do involves some really precocious moves. On both joysticks we can find these little green potentiometers. What I'm about to do is basically prying them open and cleaning the inside of it with some more IPA. For this I used my metal prier tool since I needed something more sturdy. Inside here we can also find these little discs that I have removed. These are really fragile and I am extra careful when I'm cleaning it so that I don't bend anything on them. As I mentioned earlier, this might or might not work for everyone. You can see how the dust ends up on my Q-tip when I start wiggling it inside there, and the reason that this might not work is simply because of those little contact points here. While I have managed to remove the dust and lint from this controller, in some cases that is not enough, as these little contacts do wear down after a while, and then it is just not fixable without replacing the whole joystick. After I done cleaning, I have reinserted the disc inside their place and then snapped it back as it was before. This needed a little bit more force to do so, but all ended up as it should be. Obviously, while I was here, I have cleaned the other joystick as well, using the exact same method as before. And after making sure they move as they should, I have started reassembling the controller. From here I made sure to wipe everything down with some more IPA just to stop the dust moving around as much as I could. When putting back the top of the controller, I had to slightly bend the ribbon cable so that it actually goes back to its place through that little hole, and then I could insert it back to its slot. Few more things left, such as the plastic battery holder, the battery itself, and all the cables that I have to reattach. Also, when putting the bottom of the controller back, there is this see-through plastic bit that is part of the indicator light, which needs to go in first, and then I can snap the controller back together. Lastly, I can secure the whole thing with the 4 screws and I am done. So there we have it. Could this method help your controller too? Give it a try and share your results in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button. Or not. It's really up to you. Until next time.